Okay, Luke, can you start us off, please?
What's your assessment of your frustrating night?
Yeah, yeah, it was. Look, I think what we showed in the game that for this tournament as well, that we're going to be competitive at the level. We started off really, really well. For the first 60 minutes, the game was very close. There wasn't too much in it, not too many chances, but I thought we looked a threat and progressed the ball really well at times into the final third, and with maybe better decision making and releasing the pass, then we maybe could have ourselves opportunity to get in front. Disappointed by the goal right on half time. We should never concede, especially at that moment. But we're still well in the game at half time. We come out, like I said, very even for 60 minutes, and then unfortunately for us, we get the two players sent off, and it's a really difficult level, 11v11, but 9v9 it was, or 11v9 it was difficult. But I have to applaud the players and their spirit, the mentality. They kept going, and like I say, it was harsh on them.
You mentioned that first goal, obviously the timing very crucial, but was it the wall that frustrated you, or could Joe Hart do better there?
Yeah, no, listen, we talked about it inside. It's, I like the players to make decisions, and there was a decision in the game to change the wall, thinking that something else might happen, but you have to then make sure the wall is correct. Otherwise, you get done. So it's a very, very small detail, but if you don't look after it, you end up conceding. So it was bitterly disappointing at that stage because we played well in the game.
What was your thoughts on the red cards?
Gustav, there's no drama. The ball's running through the goalkeeper. I think it's inexperience by the two guys. You just got to let the ball run through. You don't have to be in the fight or use your arm. I still thought it was a bit harsh, but I can see maybe why the ref gave it. But we can avoid that situation for sure. And the second one again, it's a young player, 20 years of age, very committed, and but at this level you can't go to ground. So I didn't think it was at the time, but just looking at it back, I mean, you see it slowed. His foot's up, so at this level you'll get punished for that.
Brendan, I think everyone recognises the quality of the first half performance up until the goal went in. What do you take from the evening in its totality, given the way it sort of unfolded there going into the next game?
Well, really positive. I think that we play Feyenoord in the last game in the group stage, and what tonight showed me is that we're going to be competing and fighting in this group. The players show great attitude and courage to play. You're coming to a stadium that's scoring goals left, right and centre, and a team that's scoring goals, but in that first 60 minutes we were well in the game, and we created chances, and like I say, with a wee bit more finesse and better decision making, we could have been in front. So that gives me great confidence for the remainder of the group. And of course, there's learning there. There's learning for the players in certain situations that you can get punished at this level. But overall, frustrated and for the players because they give so much, they work so hard. And but the big point for me was their spirit was never broken. You ask the final players and against the team that they were playing tonight, that they never gave up, and that's always good going into the next game.
You talked about that spirit yesterday ahead of the game. You talked about the idea that a lot of people maybe had written you off in this tournament. In terms of what you take forward, given you came away against the top seeds, are you satisfied overall with what you saw, despite the red cards, obviously?
Yeah, listen, you're always disappointed as a professional when you lose, but there is a manner in which to lose, and I think that the pride that the supporters will take watching that or watching back at home and telly was that the team was competitive. I think we've been dismissed as maybe a team that's not at this level, but I think we showed tonight against a really good team that we can compete at the level for sure, and get one or two more players coming back through the course of the tournament, then that'll hopefully put us in really good stead. But yeah, there's some moments that we had tonight, the confidence we had to play in a great stadium with a great atmosphere. We showed real courage to do that. So we just have to keep taking that forward.
You now have 2 home games. Do Celtic and you and the squad really have to capitalise on that now in the way that historically the club did?
Historically, it doesn't matter. It's about the now and the present. You know, our next game, when we arrive in the tournament, that's what we have to focus on. And home games are always important at this level, and big opportunity for us in the next game for sure.
Brendan, you talk about being competitive. You showed the fans that you can be competitive at this level. Did you feel that in the first half, nearing towards half time, that the game was there for the taking, that you could have come away with 3 points?
Yeah. I think we showed enough in the first half. Our confidence level, ability to take the ball. We were a little bit careless at times whenever we were in good positions, but the players kept going. They let the mistakes go and showed that ability to play with composure and that poise in the game. Just needed to finish off our opportunities when we pressed it well and it came for us. So certainly for the first 60 minutes, I said at half time to the players, listen, it's a poor time to concede. However, we're well in the game, and we probably surprised Feyenoord with our quality and intensity in our game. But like I say, the players up until that point, the sentence off, were well in the game.
Just wanted to ask you about the club's finances that were released yesterday, just after we spoke to you. Some record figures. How positive is that for the club? How good a thing can that be? And I also wanted to wonder, when you see the record figures, does it make you as a manager think that you would have liked to see more invested in the summer, or are you happy with all the business that you did now looking back?
It's not for me to talk about now. I'm only thinking about the game. It's great for the club, of course. It shows the stability of the club, how well it's run. You know how well the board have done over numbers of years. Their strategy really works. So but for me, my job's to look after the football team.
Brendan, did you have to speak to the 2 boys that were sent off and lift their spirits, or how were they?
Yeah. Obviously, bitterly disappointed afterwards. Clearly, it's the first experiences of games at this level, but that's a big learning for them. Gustav had done well until that point. Got 2 inexperienced centre halves. I thought Liam Scales was outstanding on the night, and Gustav up until that point had been coping well. So both of them will be bitterly disappointed, but they will learn from it.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Cheers, guys.